It is dawn, and a new day begins. Across the land, a wake-up call is heard, and in the towns and cities of America, entrepreneurs rise to the call. Time for new developments, new visions, new growth. It is time to move America forward.
Welcome to our series, Moving America Forward. Each week we'll be focusing on America's entrepreneurs as they take us to new roads, new opportunities, new ways to fill the gaps left by today's failing companies. Our series will be looking at that and a lot more. So come with me and watch as the entrepreneurs of our nation move into the future. I'm William Shatner, and you're watching Moving America Forward.
And I'm Doug Llewellyn here in our studios in Los Angeles with our guest. I'd like you to meet him now. His name is Jason Bauer. He is the founder and the president of a company called Azuradisc, which is headquartered in Mesa, Arizona. And we're going to tell you a little bit more about that company in a moment. But Jason, let me point out, a little while ago, you had a chance to speak with William Shatner. You answered a couple of questions from him. Let's take a quick look at a part of that now and see just how it went. Okay?
Okay. I know that you're deeply involved in the technology field, but what are some of your advancements, and how is it helpful to move America forward?
Well, Mr. Shatner, we invented and patented a technology and a robotic machine that we manufacture and market that gives people and businesses, as well as organizations, the opportunity to restore one of our most valuable assets. And that, Mr. Shatner, is how we are helping to move America forward.
You know, Jason, that was really very interesting. And as you mentioned to William Shatner, your company helps restore one of our most valuable assets. But you didn't say what that asset was. Tell me, what are we talking about?
Billions of dollars worth of CDs, music CDs, DVDs, and video game discs.
You're kidding. Because a CD that gets scratched or in one other way, you know, harmed, you can actually restore it? You don't have to throw it away?
Absolutely. You can polish the disc back to brand new. Don't have to throw away your scratched DVD, favorite movie, or your favorite video game disc if it gets damaged. You can actually polish it back to brand new.
And that's what your company does?
That's correct.
You can put it down. Now tell me a little bit about the company. How does it work?
The company is ultimately a company where we've polished discs. So we offer a mail-in repair service. You can mail those discs to us, we resurface those discs, and then we'll actually mail them right back to you. We also sell a complete line of disc repair equipment, so if someone was looking to get into the disc repair business, they can actually purchase a disc repair machine from us, or they can just purchase a disc repair machine to use in their own business, like a library.
So explain to me how it works. And by the way, you have one sitting right next to you here on the desk. That's a pretty small one. I know they come in different sizes, but explain a little bit about what this machine does.
It actually will polish off a light layer of all the damage that's on the disc.
It opens at the top, is
that
right?
You just lift up the disc, or the lid here itself. You place the disc right into place, close the lid, lock a latch, and you can hit 30 seconds, and within 30 seconds your disc is polished back to like brand new.
So that's the key then. When you get scratches on a disc, it's just polishing it, and that takes the scratches off, and then it's like back to new again?
That's correct. It just removes a very light layer. All the damaged layer gets polished away so that the laser can read properly right to the data layer.
But the point is, this is not something you can do at home without a machine like this. You can't rub it continually and get all those scratches off, can you?
Yeah, a lot of people like to mention, you know, can I rub peanut butter or toothpaste on a disc and polish it back to, you know, to like new? And although some of those, you know, little wives' tales, you can actually get out light little scratches. Yep. If you properly scratch or seriously scratch it, it's like most of us do. We leave our CDs laying around, or our kids get a hold of them. They get pretty deeply scratched. So it does take an industrial level, you know, machine to properly polish it out so that the optics stay proper.
But for someone who's paid a lot of money for computer software, or 12, 15 bucks for a CD of music, or a DVD or a Blu-ray disc where you could spend $30 or more. They are repairable, and I think that a lot of people are not aware of that.
That's correct. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize too that you can actually repair the same disc over and over. In fact, a lot of video game stores that rent out the average music,
right?
Sorry, not music, but
the video games.
Video games. Yeah. Those are very expensive. In some cases, they can cost upwards of $50 or so. You can actually restore that disc to back to like new again. So it restores the value to it. So not only plays like new, it actually looks like brand new as well.
One thing you showed me a little while ago, which I found fascinating, demonstrate how one should sit a CD down. Because most people, I think, and turn it around, I am right that they think it's the other side that is the side that's the most vulnerable, and they should not scratch that. Am I right? The shiny side.
Correct. In fact, most people believe the side to protect on their, say, music CDs, which is the bulk majority of how we've all learned about optical discs, is they believe that that's the safest side to lay the disc down on the label side.
Because they don't want to hurt that side.
That's the side where actually most of the information resides on a CD-ROM type of a media. So if you damage that side, a disc may not be repairable. You can actually damage the data layer. If you were to lay it on the actual read side, and it were to get scuffed up, it's not really that big of a deal. You can resurface that side, polishing it back to like new again. Now DVDs and Blu-rays are a little bit different, and those are a little bit more robust and rugged. So your average CD-ROM is a type of disc you don't want to lay on the side. But ultimately, yes, that's true. Most people aren't aware that this is a side where the laser reads through, but you don't really have to worry too much about protecting it because it is repairable. It's just clear polycarbonate plastic.
And it's being read by a laser. It's not actually like a needle on a phonograph record was that would scratch it. It's looking at that signal through the coating.
It actually plays very similar to how a phonograph works, except it's using light instead of a needle.
Exactly.
So if you think of the tracks laid around in a spiral fashion, it's actually trying to read that data layer. By looking through that clear plastic, it hits that data information, bounces off a reflective mirror, which is the silvering part or gold-looking layer that you see there,
right.
And then it'll go right back to the player again. So what a scratch is actually doing is actually causing the laser to misread by splitting the beam or not allowing it to refract back to the actual player again.
So as I understand it, you actually have 3 different businesses. Number one is people can send you their DVDs, their CDs, computer software, whatever, their disc that's damaged, and you'll repair it and send it back to them.
That's correct. We now just opened up a mail-in disc repair service. The general public have billions of CDs to repair. And most people just don't realize that they don't have to throw away their CDs, and they don't even necessarily have to trade them in or sell them for very little money to their local store. They can mail their discs directly to us, we'll resurface them, and then we'll mail them right back to them. Really simple.
I have to ask you if that's a very expensive process.
It's very inexpensive. In fact, our average prices are about $1 or less, in fact, in volume. They starts at about $1.75 if you send in one single disc.
But the more you send, the cheaper it gets?
Exactly.
So if somebody has 10 or 15 CD sitting around that they don't use because they're scratched, it would be very cheap to get them like brand new again.
Yeah, we actually found that if you, the average person has a lot of CDs. They have, 15, 20 CDs.
Yes.
In fact, I thought it was low, like 5, 10 CDs. But we've been finding that most people have 50 or 100 discs. So
right.
Our pricing really break very quickly, so that it really is about $1 on average per disc. So that way it's more like laundry. You can send them all to us. Very simply, we repair them all and send them right back. We don't have to worry about picking and choosing.
That's pretty amazing. Now, the other business that you have is you actually sell machines for people who want to go into the business to do this themselves. What different kinds of businesses would buy a machine like that next to you?
Well, like this machine here was really designed for places like the libraries. The libraries have discs that they check out to the public.
Right.
Those often get scratched because it's not their discs, so
right.
they will not treat the discs very well. Music store, I keep saying music stores, video stores, excuse me,
right.
Are renting, DVDs out to the public. So those type of places really need to repair a disc very quickly right there on site. So we've been selling disc repair equipment into those places now for many years. We've shrunk the machines down. They've improved over throughout all of the years, where it's now a small machine. They're pretty inexpensive, but that way it allows that type of a company to actually resurface their own collections, if you will, right there on site. Very fast to do.
And there are some individuals. You were telling me about one of the NBA basketball stars who came in and bought one of the machines from you, because he had a lot of bum CDs, I guess, at his house, and he thought it would be worth buying the machine, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's some people that are turning that into a home-based business. In fact, that's been one of the newest crazes, if you will, is companies, or individuals I should say, came from a company, saw the disc repair equipment, and they thought, wow, I could actually start a home-based business. They'll buy a machine because it's inexpensive enough for them to own.
Right.
They can then buy scratch discs off their friends. They can
Right.
get them off of eBay and Amazon and all these online type of places. They'll resurface those discs and then sell them back to the public. In fact, that's how I started the company. Is I actually used to go around to college kids and I would buy scratch CDs for 50 cents and $1. I'd give them $100 for their 100 disc collection.
Yeah.
I would polish those and I would put them back out and sell them for $9, $10 a piece. So there's a nice profit margin, and a lot of places are finding that it's not easy to get jobs nowadays. So it's a really good place to
What is really
make
interesting is you developed the technology to do this. You have patents on this.
Yes.
How many patents do you have?
I think I'm up to 9 now. I've actually got more pending currently.
Yeah.
I've actually patented a multitude of different types of ways to repair discs. My very first technology was a buffing technology. It's very simple.
Right.
I've evolved that over the years to now include Blu-ray. Blu-ray are hardened discs, and
Right.
so a microabrasive polishing process is another thing I invented around 1998, and that's been so popular. It's largely what we've done all globally, where we've shipped all of our equipment out to.
You are a very crafty guy. Among the other things, you have a surface. This can go on a disc that'll protect it. You also market cleaning equipment for cleaning discs.
Mm-hmm.
This is polishing stuff to polish them with. How do people get information on this, and where can they find out how to send you these discs?
Everybody's connected to the internet nowadays, so we encourage people to go to our website at Azuradisc.com, and actually they can find anywhere from buying the ability to pick up a couple of scratch guards if they want to. They can mail in their discs, or they can even find out equipment information.
So it's Azuradisc, Azuradisc.com, right?
Correct.
Jason, fascinating story. Very interesting meeting you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doug.
I'm William Shatner, and you're watching Moving America Forward.
This organization represents companies across our great nation that embody the spirit, dedication, know-how, and can-do attitude which has made America the great nation it is today. And now let's present the Keeping America Strong Award.
Now it's my honor to present this prestigious award to Jason Bauer, the president and CEO of Azuradisc of Mesa, Arizona, for the outstanding work his company is doing to help keep America moving forward. Jason, it's a real pleasure to give this to you. Congratulations.
Thank you very kindly, Doug. And I must say thank you to my family for supporting me throughout all these years, my beautiful girlfriend, especially my mother, who's been backed me up through this whole way.
That's great.
I have a wonderful staff. Thank you all.
You're very, very welcome.
That's it for another edition of Moving America Forward. I'm Bert Tenzer. Join us again as we continue to bring you the entrepreneurs who move America forward.
I'm William Shatner, and for all of us at Moving America Forward, thanks for watching.